Yo, so what's up, YouTube? I am back yet again. This is kind of gonna be like, oh, let me change, let me move this over a little bit. Let me move that over. Okay, this is gonna be like a continuation of what we were doing earlier. We were working on camera tracking something in Fusion, and then just taking it over to Blender. But I don't know. Something happened where the scale wasn't right. I couldn't figure it out. I even researched it and I still didn't quite figure it out. So the thought process for me is, why don't we just do it in Blender? Like, let's do the camera tracking in Blender. That way we don't have to worry about like the scaling. We don't have to worry about none of the crazy stuff, right? None of the stuff that's going to stop us from actually like completing the shot. So let me turn this down. Yeah, we don't have to worry about none of the stuff that's going to stop us from actually completing the shot. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of just invert some stuff here and kind of get it ready for the get the footage ready for the tracking in Blender rather than the tracking inside of Fusion, because I don't know, it just didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. And we are learning out loud, so when you're trying to get a shot and you're live and you're learning out loud, yeah, it's necessary that you actually get it right. So I'm gonna go ahead and export this. We're gonna export this, and I'm gonna go to that folder that we were at a little bit earlier in the first video, which, if I remember correctly, was on my D drive. I got so much stuff, y'all. I got so much stuff. Okay, let me just go to this PC. I need to organize it. Yeah, okay. Anyway, all right. We'll go home. We'll go power tank D, and then we'll go motorcycle scene, and I'll create a new folder in here. So we'll right click, new folder, and we'll say B3D track scene, because this was I'm telling y'all, like, the scale was terrible inside of Blender after I tracked it from Fusion. So we'll just name it scene, EXR, RGB half, DWAA, export alpha. Yeah, everything else looks to be pretty decent. In and out range is good. Yeah, we'll just export that out, because and honestly, it looks to me like I could have gotten a little bit better than that with the tracking, but it doesn't matter. As long as, well, honestly, the blue is moving. If I'm being honest, the blue is moving. So let me go ahead and kind of add a little bit more of the, here, let me reset that. Bring it about yay high. Play with the gain a little bit. Go to the matte. Threshold. Clean background. There we go. That's a little bit better. I don't want the background of the floor too much. Messed up. There we go. Okay. Soft color. No color. Mask. Silent replace. None. Subtract. Alright, there we go. Now we're gonna there we go, we got all black now. Alright, we're gonna re-export that. We're gonna re-export that. But yeah, it was crazy because I was like, man, I was not getting the result I thought I should have been. Like, at all. Nicky's, what's up, brother? You back? He said, let me finish the shot. Man, for real, bro. Look, we're going to do it in Blender, man, because I said, listen, I couldn't figure out the scale. So, yeah, we're going to do it in Blender, and we're going to try it there. We're going to try it there. All right, so we got this exported. I'm going to completely close Fusion for now. And we're going to go Blender 4.5. Major shout out to everybody in the lobby there. I see what's going on. Good stuff. We got 3 views right now. Yeah, we're going to do it in Blender, man. I'm going to try to do it in Blender, bro, because it just was not working with me the way that I wanted it to work. Camera tracking from Resolve to Blender. Man. Oh, I appreciate you, man. For real, bro. For real, I really appreciate that. So we're gonna go to VFX motion tracking, and I'm gonna open up that image sequence that I just exported, and B3D track scene 551. We're going to throw it into sRGB and let's see what it kind of looks like there. Okay, so I got some flickering. I don't really care as long as the tracking markers that I get are good. I'm not really tripping off the alphas. I could have probably just done this with the regular footage now that I'm thinking about it. It's a trial and error, man. We're learning out loud. None of this is guaranteed, right? So I like to do a fine when I'm in Blender tracking, right? A fine is perspective. It's your location, rotation, your scale. It's all of that, and even gives you a little bit of tilt. So I like to do a fine. My correlation is 0.90. That's telling Blender, like, I want my tracking markers to be at least 90% correct. Like, don't give me nothing that's, don't give me nothing below 90%. And so after that, I'll do detect features, 0.01 threshold. I'll move this to like 80 distance. And that gives me like, enough tracking markers to work with. And the crazy thing about Blender is that you only need 3. He said, is that a real gold necklace? Yes, sir. I only wear real gold. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the thing about Blender tracking markers is you only need 3. You only need 3 tracking markers. So what we do is we will detect those features, 0.01 threshold, 80 on the distance, and yeah, from there, 3. That's all you need. It's 3. That's all you need is 3. You see, it stopped as soon as we didn't have 3. So here, let me detect again. When it stops, you just detect again. And it's getting kind of low on that end. Let's see, define, where is it? Detect the features again. He said impossible. No, seriously, you only need 3. We will detect features again. Oh, I'm zooming out. Why am I zooming out? Okay, detect features again, and this time we're going to go backwards. I'm going to go back about here. Detect features. Go backward. Stop it about here. Where it lost after the 3. Detect features. Track it back. And we're going to go back here. Detect features. Track it forward. Track it backwards. The same thing. We'll press A for all, right? And we'll track all of them backwards. Press A for all again and track all of them forward. Let me get here. A for all. And then track all of them forward. And so basically what that does is it gives me enough tracking markers to kind of work with. And then I just have to kind of delete the spikes. This is why I like camera tracking in Fusion better than I like camera tracking in Blender, because deleting the spikes, you know, sometimes it gets kind of finicky. Gets a little finicky. But you delete the spikes too. Those are pretty much your errors, right? You got to kind of go through and delete the parts where it's clearly jumping. Maybe this one too. That might have been a good tracker. I don't know. The ones that look like they just kind of just falling off. See this green one here. See that one there. This red one. That green one. That green one. And then we'll go to solve. I want Blender to do my own keyframes. I don't want to have to worry about doing my own keyframes. You can refine the focal length, find the center of the lens, and fix my radial distortion. And I'll solve just to see. It's not going to be right on the first time. I'm going to show you. We're at 17.7 error rate, right? So I'll go to cleanup, and we'll click clean tracks, and anyone that didn't track more than, here, we'll try reprojection error. Let me see. Delete segments. Anyone that didn't track like over 70 frames, we'll try to clean it. So clean, and then solve again. We're at 1.03, but I know that that's not correct. The reason why I know that that's not correct, because there was a yellow bar that came up that said some tracking, basically it said some information was left out. And if you look at this blue bar, it shows me here where it stopped the actual good track, and it stopped it about right here. So what I want to do is I want to go here, go back to track, click detect features, and I want to make the threshold 0.001, and then I want to track that forward. Detect features, track it forward. Detect features, and then track forward again. See how it keeps stopping? That's because like three points aren't in the scene at one time. So, and we'll hit all, and we'll track backwards. All again. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. All again, and track backwards. So I'll go to solve. Actually, no, clean. Solve, clean. What do you use Boris FX for? Actually, I use SynthEyes. That's crazy, right? I'm over here playing with this camera tracking, but I actually use SynthEyes. Like I really, that's the best camera tracker on the market. SynthEyes is the best camera tracker that you could actually track anything with. SynthEyes. And I'm over here playing with Fusion and Blender because I like the process, man. Like I'm in love with the process. So, you know, but SynthEyes is it, man. Like honestly, like it's yeah. And because I think what's going on with this one is I possibly should not have had the masking. Once again, learning out loud, right? So I'm going to completely take out the masking in DaVinci. I'm going to let it track the entire scene. No mask. And we'll see. If I got to go to SynthEyes, I'll go to SynthEyes. But either way it goes, this shot is getting done tonight. This shot is getting done tonight. So I'm going to... Do I want to delete all that or just unhook it? I'll just unhook it. There we go. I unhooked all that. Come back here. Deliver. We should replace those by adding it to the render. Oh, nope. Go back. Undo. Export alpha. Can't forget the alpha. Add to render queue. Render. I was wondering why you're tracking in Blender. I don't know why I'm tracking in Blender either, man. It's just about the process, bro. Like, I think it's easier, right, it's easier to do everything in one app, of course. But the messed up part about it all, bro, is honestly, I don't know. I think I'm a glutton for punishment, man. I think I'm a glutton for punishment. I think, honestly, I'm a glutton for punishment. So let's redo this. Let's click all of these. Let's delete them all. And we'll try set scene frames, prefetch. Alright. We will detect features. We still got that same threshold, 0.90. Let's try to track forward, see what we get. Getting some pretty good data, but it's also coats and everything moving. So we will detect scene features again. Track forward. I'm terrible with the planes, setting the plane, the ground plane in SynthEyes. I'm terrible with it. So a lot of the times, like, I look for other options because setting that ground plane in SynthEyes is a little bit more complicated than what I thought. But nonetheless, it's still the best tracking. Like, I've gotten some crazy shots to actually track from SynthEyes. Yeah, man, I've gotten some crazy stuff to track with SynthEyes. We got 5 people in the chat right now. What's up, everybody? All right, keep it going, keep it going. Backwards. All. Now, that's a lot of data right there. So we're going to go to solve, clean tracks, select, delete segments. Anything over. Here, I gotta click delete track first. Anything over. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Let's try reprojection error. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so track frames. We want to do our best to get points that are well within the tracked frames. I'll clean up the ones that aren't just, they're not going to work at all. So I'll clean those up. And like this one here, this red one here, that's not going to work. It completely fell off. That one completely fell off. That one completely fell off. That one completely fell off. But that makes it, can't do that. We got to leave those. Those might actually contribute to the bad reprojection. Let's just solve it and see what we get. 7.5.6. And it stopped tracking in the middle. Let's track here. Oh, track. Detect features. Whole frame. 0.9. Yeah, it's a lot of movement right there, so it's obviously going to be crazy to track that. But we're going to try it anyway. Whole lot of movement in that area right there. Tracking markers getting knocked left and right. But yeah, man, if this does not work out the way that I want it to, I'm definitely headed over to SynthEyes because we're going to get it right. We're going to get it right. It has to get right. It has to. It has to get right tonight. What we got? Solve. 0.42? Yeah, that definitely. Okay, so that only tracked forward. That only tracked from like getting on the bike. Huh. That only tracked from getting on the bike. Alright, man. We're headed to SynthEyes. We're headed to SynthEyes. I'm not going to lie to you. Womp, womp, womp. We're headed to SynthEyes. I can't do it. It's not working. New. I can't do it. I can't do it in Blender. I can't do it in Fusion. So obviously, where do I go? Nikki's. Where do I go? You know? Where do I go? Let's get the actually, I forgot. SynthEyes has its own masking. SynthEyes has its own masking. Like, I don't even have to go back to Magic Mask in DaVinci to mask anything because SynthEyes has its own masking. So if I just bring in B3D tracking scene, it gives me the recommended bit depth and everything. So the details and everything. Just press OK. We're gonna move this because it starts at like frame 1. Oh, this isn't the right one. I thought I just oh, let me redo that. File, new. No, don't save. It's timeline, not scene. Timeline 0. Timeline 0 to 550. Ooh. Timeline 0. Wonder if I could delete these right now. Let me delete those. Let me minimize it real quick. Close Blender. Won't need that for a second. Let me just let me delete those other tracking markers really quickly. Uh-oh, wrong thing. Where's the file explorer? There we go. All right, let me delete those other EXR files really quickly. So that way I don't confuse myself. I don't need any more confusion than what I already got. So all the ones that are seen, we'll delete. All right, cool. All right, now back to SynthEyes. New, timeline 0, open. 8-bit depth, started at frame 1. And we will do normal motion, no neural net because that slows everything down. Run tracker cleanup, that's pretty cool. And fine tune. I think I'm gonna turn off the run tracker cleanup. Just do fine tune. Click auto. He said, I can help guide you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. For sure. So we see we got a bunch of, so we see that tracking marker just moved. We're at 1.9. Slow but sure. Refine. You said blip it? So, okay, let me go back. Summary. No. It's, features, and then blip all frames, and then peel all. And those, the red and the blue are not actual tracking markers. Like the red and the blue are basically features of the scene. So you blip first? That's crazy. He said preview trackers. Let's see. Features. You blip first. Okay. I didn't think about that. Let me see. Blip all frames. Preview trackers. Here, how about we start that from scratch? Let's start that from scratch so that way, because I had already did the, wait, demo version. What did it say? What did it say there? Oh, yeah, I am on the demo build. Crap. Psh. Man. My sub expired and I'm not doing payment information on live. This is crazy. Let's see if I can. Does it still allow you to export on the demo version? Blender Python. Yeah, it still allows you to export on the Blender on the, yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, let's blip it. Let's blip it. Let's file, new, no, don't save, timeline, open, okay, frame 1. You blip first. So let's try it your way. I want to try it your way. Features. And we blip all frames. Click advanced. Just kind of checking stuff here. What's your next process after blipping? I do peel all. I know peel all is the next thing. And then trackers. Yeah, I already did the peel. Peel all. Convert to trackers. Create trackers. All right. Then that's when you track. That's actually a solid process. I never thought about the blipping. That's a solid process. So from here, yeah, I never thought about that, bro. That is awesome. That is awesome. I never thought about blipping before. I don't know why I would blip after. If you really think about it, why would I blip after? 1.8. 1.8. So it does come out better than what I did originally. Here's what I normally do to kind of like get my stuff like, you know, set. I'll go to calc distortion, lens workflow, redistort it. Okay. I'll do, what is it? It is standard radial to the 4th order, I believe. And then calculate, 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 calculate. And then the rest is like as is. Then then go. And that only got us down to 1.6. So what's bad here? Obviously it's the ones that I'm moving on. So like this one, these 3. Those 3. Let me see. Let's go back and see which ones are moving. My son's in the background. Up. These here. Well, yeah, these here. This one here. I don't want any of the trackers that's on me. Right? Delete unsolved trackers. Are there any unsolved? Trackers. Look up. Trackers. So if I go to summary, features, trackers. You know what? Can you go live? Go live and join me. We can do the duo thing. Join me. Let's do it. Let's do a collaboration. I'll bring you up. Let's do it. Let's do it. View track shot. View. Yeah, view. Track. And then shot. Which, clean up trackers maybe? Or what are you thinking? Because I don't see anything about the shot. I could be missing it though. View track shot. Shift C. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Clean up trackers. Okay, cool. Yeah, clean up trackers. Auto only 114. Bad frames 401 at a 5.45 HPIX value. Let's try it. Our HPix is at 1.692. And then I guess I'll resolve, right? Oh, solver. Here we go. 0.6. Wow. You were right. That's crazy. That is crazy. 0.6. And I still got a moving tracking marker in here. Wow. I could still, well, we could still, let me see. Find erratic trackers. Okay. It's only one bad tracker. And that's that one. X or delete and resolve again. 0.5. That's crazy, man. HPix of 0.561, man. Man, Nicky's, that is dope, bro. That is dope. I did not know you could do that from the track menu. All right, so let's go to coordinates, right? And yeah, man, that's awesome, bro. Let's go to, actually, it's if I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember because it's been a little while. Coordinates. Let me see. 3D, and then perspective, and then it's gonna be lock, and then let's see what we got here. Okay, so we might have to reposition. Well, no, they got the floor pretty decent. It's pretty decent. I mean, what you think, Nicky's? You think we because it's points to grid to coordinates, right? Grid to it's solid, bro. I feel like it's solid, but if we could get that floor lower, I think it, what is it? It's three tracking markers to set the ground plane. And then it's one to set the origin. I think it's 3 to set the ground plane, and then it's 1 to set the origin, and we do that by 1 for origin and 3 for the ground plane. Yeah. And we go to grid, and then he said, wait. He said, wait. Oh, now I'm gonna listen to you, because this, look, you just showed me some stuff that I didn't think about. You just showed me. I'm gonna wait. I want to see what you got to say. I wonder if it was tracking markers on this that actually moved. If they moved, then we could have gotten even lower. If it was tracking markers on the weights. We solid though. I don't want to do too much. Yeah, I think it's 3 for the ground though. I do. He said make me mod for 2 seconds. Yeah, say less. Where you at? Let me see. Let me go to YouTube. Go to Studio. YouTube Studio. Let me go to my live, which is here, here, and to make you a mod, we add as moderator. There we go. Save. There we go. You're in. You're in. Now that's crazy. That is insane. Synthesize is crazy, man. I can't lie. Synthesize is crazy. Yeah. Let's check out this video that Nikki's just sent over. We're gonna check this out. I'm gonna turn the mic down a little bit. Solving the shot, 235.
Synthesize Essentials. My name is and I will be your guide on this exploration of Synthesize. Synthesize can seem a little bit over up to the view menu and change playback speed from frame by frame to normal speed.
That's a detail I didn't know there.
We can see the drone flying up the hill, revealing this concrete base at the top. What I want us to do in this class is to track the movement of the drone and place a statue on top of the concrete base. Isn't that asking a bit much for a first class? Don't worry, Synthesize actually can automate a lot of the steps that are needed for match moving a scene. The big green auto button is a good starting point. Let's just press that and see what Synthesize will do.
And so I'm checking this out because this matters, right? So
whoa, what has happened here? Well, when we hit that auto button, Synthesize did two things, or rather two steps in the process. It tracked a lot of points in the image. That was the first.
And some of them are moving.
In the second step, it used the data of all these trackers to calculate where the camera actually would be in 3D space. This second step is called solving. So appropriately, Synthesize moved us from the summary room to the solver room. And this room comes with a different UI layout.
Let me see.
We just saw the image we were working
I want to skip forward a little bit because, like, I want to see what they say for the...
I want to get the camera movement a little bit more refined. It looks good already, but with just a couple of tweaks we can make it even better. Now the first thing I want to get rid of are these two trackers on the drone pilot here. Why?
Of course, because he's moving.
He's standing very still. Humans have this tendency to move. And the one thing that we don't want when tracking a camera
is a moving person, yeah, for sure.
So just click the first of these bad trackers, then hold down Shift and click the second bad tracker to select them both. Then right click and then the menu that pops up, select delete selected. But talking about moving objects, let's zoom into our camera.
I'm gonna skip forward to the setting the ground plane part.
Changes into our solve here. Before you hit go, so that is not really what is happening in our scene. Let it be when we hit the auto button. But Synthesize that.
Here we go.
Those are the coordinates of the trackers that Synthesize falsely identified as a flaw, and they are called constraints. Basically, when we change anything to our solve,
Synthesize will constrain these
you guys
changes to
couldn't
the
hear it.
values here, meaning that those are not to be changed. So to set up a new coordinate system, we need to give Synthesize new values to work with. Shuttle to the end of our scene, where we can see the top of the hill. Select the *3 button and Synthesize will warn us that our scene has already got constraints applied, and if we want to remove them. Yes, we do. The list empties and also the *3 changes to OR. OR stands for origin. That means the center of our 3D environment. Click this tracker here. It'll turn red and our *3 button changes once more to LR.
So you could do this in the actual tracker menu?
So
I don't have to go to
Synthesize wants
grid?
us to select a point that is either to the left or to the right of the origin point. And once again, the selected tracker turns red and our button changes to PL for plane. So now we are expected to select a tracker that is nearer or further away from the origin point in regards to the distance, but still on the same height as our origin. This one looks pretty promising. As this was the last of the 3 points, Synthesize will ask if we should apply the new coordinate system. Yes, please. The solver will do a quick calculation and now...
Let me try that. 1 second. Let me try that. That is crazy. He said skip towards the end. That is crazy.
The cell with 2 center lines on the grid are just a tiny bit thicker than all the other lines. Also, the tracker that we selected as our origin should have a yellow cross in the middle. Switch on over to the 3D room, where we can add a statue to our scene. From the drop-down menu here, we can select the Earthling and put it into the top view.
Oh, you could put
Just
a person
drag it in there until it's the size you like. Of course, we want him to stand on the concrete base and not on the gravel next to it. Now we can select the Translate tool and move our Earthling onto the concrete base. As we don't have a tracker on the base itself, we will need to put it there manually. I will jump between the different 3D views and translate it into place. If you ever lose your bearings where you are, just right-click in that window and choose Zoom to Fill.
That's fire.
Now, aligning the height of our statue might be tricky, especially if you're new to 3D navigation. Here's a little tip for you. Shuttle to around frame 54. There we are pretty perpendicular to the base, and translating in either the front or left-right view will be much easier. Now let's just switch our layout back to the camera view. Looking at this is nice, but we want to get the sky, the camera, and the trackers out to either a CG or compositing application. At the end of this course, we will have a couple of classes on how to properly export to a number of host apps. But for now, just to properly finish out our very first venture into Synthesize, we are going
This is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
of doing. Can admire.
Oh, he's going to After Effects. Yeah. No After Effects here. No After Effects here. Let me see. But okay, so he said. All right, so he said the first two. All right, let me kind of scroll backwards with this here. All right, so we'll say here and here, because it's kind of tilted. It's kind of tilted. So I'd say there and there for the plane. He did it in the. Did he do it in the tracker section? Yeah, he did it over here. So I'd say, I think it was these two. Here and here. Shift. Here and here. Right click. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Because I was supposed to do the two and then see, I know how to do this from the grid menu. I don't know how to do this from the tracking menu. Let me just go back to the grid menu because. Okay, he did it here. Okay, cool. So these two. Oh, it's gonna be over here. These two trackers. These are gonna be the plane. These are the plane because it was one for origin. Let's start with the origin, the center of the scene. The center of the scene. Let's start with origin. The center of the scene. The center of the scene. I would say relatively right here would be the center of the scene, right? So let's start with origin. Let's go origin. So boom, that set is the origin, the center of the scene. Then we'll do 2 points for plane. He said if you click 2, you would see PL. So let me see, where would we pick those 2 from? 1, and I would say 2. Click the +3. Oh, I forgot to reset the scene. That's right. You're right, bro. You're right. And it changes to OR. You're right. All right. So OR is the origin, which is going to be the center of the scene. And then set seed, right? I think it's set seed. OR equals origin. PL equals plane. And then FL is floor. But to set it, I believe it's set seed, correct? I believe it's set seed. Or do I just... Yeah, I think it's set seed. Yeah, it's set seed. Set seed. Okay, cool. All right, let's do the 2 tracking markers again on the floor. Yeah, set seed. We'll do that one. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Apply the coordinate system. Did I just change something? Let me go back. I think I just messed up. All right, +3, reset. This is my origin. Set seed. My left, right. PL. No. The axis is the left, right, or is that plane? I got confused. Plane. We'll just go PL. I remember the 2 being set for PL. But then why does this do that? Like, why does that change there? We'll just set that for PL, set seed. I don't know. And then we'll add that bottom third one. I should have done the LNR first. Nikki's, man, shout out to Nikki's, man. He's really walking us through here. Left and right are the planar. Okay, got you. All right, set seed for the origin. Origin first. Okay, let's go back to OR. Origin first. Boom, that's our origin. Set seed. Then comes the LR, which is the left and right. Okay, so 2 points on the left and right. Let me zoom in a little bit better because we can get better points. We'll go here. Hold on, wait, no. 1 and 2 we'll do. Yeah, I think those are pretty good. And we'll set that for LR. Why did it change? L and R must share the same plane. All right, so maybe if I start at the bottom, like if I do these two. Okay, let's try it again. All right, here's my origin. We all know that. Oh, OR. Here's my origin. But as soon as I click the origin, it goes to LR. Let me do this again, Nickies. Let me get it right. Because I don't want to mess this up. So, okay. So my origin. I don't know why that changes just after me clicking it. He said it's fine. Okay. All right. I didn't know. All right. Origin and then LR. They must share the same plane. Okay. So if we're talking about sharing the same plane, I believe 1 and 2 should share the same plane. Right? Apply coordinate system. 1 and 2, I'm gonna pull that video back up. 1 and 2 should share the same plane. Let me pull the same video. Let me see.
This is setting up a coordinate system. Synthesize tried to do that automatically when we hit the auto button.
Exactly what you just said. Synthesize tries to do it automatic. He said Synthesize sets it for you.
But Synthesize doesn't see a sky and a ground, a hill, just a bunch of...
OR, LF, then PL. So we got these two. Start it again. Boom. OR. Left, right. I think he meant left, right. Which, in that case, I did 1 and 2. And then it sets the coordinate system for me. Got you. So at this point, I should be able to go to grid and see. But I didn't do the PL. That's what I couldn't find. I couldn't find the PL. That was my thing. Like, it asked me that question, like, directly after. It might be fine. I'm gonna go here. Oh. FLR, depth and origin. Let me show you. This is how I was used to doing it. I could be completely wrong. So correct me if I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong, right? But here's how I was used to doing it. I would select one tracking marker on the ground. Get with another one, and then bring it here. Oh snap! I missed the third one. 1, 2, 3, and then faces to verts. That's how I was used to doing it. I could be wrong. I don't know. Like, I don't know that. And then for the origin, rotate it in the 3D room. Okay. Rotate it in the 3D room. This is the 3D tab. Oh, here. Rotate. And I'm going to rotate it. How? Let's see. Uh-oh. Huh. Let's go back to lock. Oh, orbit, look, mouse, scrub. Confusing. He said, or do the rest of your coordinates. Right. So I did the ground. That's the ground, right? And then the center of my scene would have been here. No, this one. This one was hiding, right? So then to face to verts. So it gives me the center of the scene, but that's the issue that I face a lot too, is that it actually moves my ground plane. So like you said, OR first. Okay, so OR first. Then the left right, which would be left and right, which must share the same plane. Bet. And then now add that third tracking marker, which for me, let me go to lock again, would be about right here. And then faces to verts, make grid the ground. This is where I usually do it at, but it's like, now it moves. It moves. I did something wrong. It moves. Or does it? No, it doesn't. It does. I did something wrong, Nickies. I don't know what I did, brother. I don't know what I did. I did something wrong. Let me see. Return, make grid the ground, floor grid, back grid, left side grid, ceiling grid, front grid, right side. You do yours in a coordinate system, and that's so sweet. Like that's the way that it should be done, right? To do it in the actual coordinate menu is what it sounds like. Like that's the way to do it. So reset the scene. Got you. Bow. Reset. We at OR. They want the origin. That's already set. It looks like that's already set. This is the origin. Right? Now left and right. Left and right. They must be on the same plane. So in order for them to be on the same plane, I got to do the bottom ones. So bottom and bottom. And then it says apply coordinate system. So X, Y. X, Y. No, that doesn't. Okay, yes. Right? But you see what it does to the ground? Like, I don't get it. Why is the ground tilted? I would like to do it in the coordinate menu. I really would. I would like to do it in the coordinate menu. I could, Nikki's, you smart, man, because that part, yeah, yikes. Yeah, man. It completely tilts the scene, which is why I was like, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. But if I was to do exactly what I did in the coordinate system inside of the grid menu, it would look like this. Let's go back to lock. He said, go to the 3D room. 3D room. Rotate the cameras. So, okay. He said, rotate the camera. So rotate. You mean rotate it on the y-axis, right? Or the z? Let's see. Said wait. You about to send me another video? Nickies, man, hey man, shout out to you, man, cause good goodness, this is crazy. Rewatch the video. Synthesize is insane. Synthesize is insane. It can do so much, but yet again, it's not so user friendly. Like you have to. It's nothing like Fusion. Fusion is my go-to. It's my absolute go-to. But yeah, man, the problem that I had earlier was scale, and so basically this is pretty much the same thing.
Idea yet in our scene. We want to bring this into a place where it is much more useful for us to.
Oh, switch to quad view. Yeah. That's here. That's here. You go perspective, quad perspective. Quad perspective. And you got all four. Well, I use that fourth one as the grid view to kind of see the scene with the grid in it.
Navigate the scene.
He said overlay the footage with L. Overlay the footage with L. Overlay the footage. Right, yeah. That's here in the right corner. I got it in the right bottom corner. Yeah, it is L. You're right. That's crazy. That's a hotkey. Hey, shout out Nikki's with the hotkey of L. I didn't know that. Yeah. L is for lock. Duh. L is for lock. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Okay, cool. Overlay the footage. Let's finish watching.
Synthesize terminology for this process is set. What are all these numbers? Don't panic, we will replace them in a minute. Those are the coordinates of the trackers that Synthesize falsely identified as a flaw, and they are called constraints. Basically, when we change anything to our solve, Synthesize will constrain these changes to the values here, meaning that those are not to be changed. So to set up a new coordinate system, we need to give Synthesize new values to work with. Shuttle to the end of our scene, where we can see the top of the hill. Select the *3 button, and Synthesize will warn us that our scene has already got constraints applied, and if we want to remove them. Yes, we do. The list empties, and also the *3 changes to OR. OR stands for origin. That means the center of our 3D environment. Click this tracker here. It'll turn red, and our *3 button changes once more to LR, which is short for left-right. So Synthesize wants us to select a point that is either to the left or to the right of the origin point. And once again, the selected tracker turns red and our button changes to PL.
Don't select two trackers. You just select one tracker that's either to the left or to the right of the origin. It's not, that's where I messed up at. I was selecting more than one tracker. I was selecting two trackers for the PL, and I'm only supposed to select one. So if I go back to the coordinate system and I select the middle for the origin, let's reset the scene. No, that's not you. That's me. That's not your fault. That's my fault. So reset. This is the OR. Now either to the left or either to the right. Let's see what we got. What's closest, or what's more? Boom. This is to the left. Wow. PL. All right, so now I got, okay, wait. Now PL, now I got to bring one down here. Bow. Yeah, we learning out loud, Nickies. We learning out loud, brother. That's what this is about. Now 3D L to overlay the footage. What did I do? I did something. Coordinates. 3D. Perspective. And yeah, it's all right. So let's try it again. Wait. Let's try it again. So we did one for the origin. Let's get this right. We did one for the origin. Facets to verts. One for the origin, and then one either to the left or to the right. So that would be, oh snap. Wait, one is the origin, facets to verts. The second one would be the left and right. Yeah, that's not working. It's not working. And then the third one would be the ground. Yeah, yeah. Maybe let me try one to the right. Let me try one to the right. Origin to the right. Okay. Okay. And now at the bottom, let me scroll back, would be this one. Yeah, let's go back to the video. Let's go back to the video. Niggas, I'm tripping. I did something. Let me go back to coordinates. Point the star 3, right? Am I tripping, or is this the center of my scene? This is the center of my scene, right? Let me see. Where is that at? What's the coordinates on that? That's my origin. So it's at 0, 0, 0. I got it. I got an idea. We're gonna change the origin. We're gonna change the origin to closer towards the ground. Yes. So boom, that's the origin. And then we're gonna go to one that's to the left of it. Bow. Right? Coordinates. Let me reset it. Hold on, let me reset it. This is the origin. Then one to the left of it is going to be here. It changes to PL. And then we'll go here. Yes. And then we'll go to 3D. Good God. I'm I'm all messed up. This is crazy. This is different. Man. Setting the origins in, and that could be, you know what? It could be the fault of how I shot it too, honestly. Could be the fault of how I shot. You know what I just did? So what I did to get this like this is I measured the scene vertically this way, horizontally right here. So this should probably be the origin here. Fastest to vert origin. On the same plane is that one. Yeah, huh? And then at a third point. Uh-oh, dang it, I missed it. Okay, what was it? 1, 2, and then I'd say 3. No. 3? Would that make sense? No, I'll take that back. Facets to verts. So, okay, origin. Add the second one to the left or to the right. So origins here to the left on the same plane. I can't even click it. 1 and 2 facets to verts. Nope, I did that wrong. This one and this one. He said, watch the video. Okay, here I come. I'm about to watch it right now. Yeah, about to watch it right now. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, video again. Let's go back to the video. Let's go back to it.
Select the *3 button and Synthesize will warn us that our scene has already got constraints applied and if we want to remove them. Yes, we do. The list empties and also the *3 changes to OR. OR stands for origin. That means the center of our 3D environment. Click this tracker here. It'll turn red and our *3 button changes once more to LR, which is short for left-right. So Synthesize wants us to select a point that is either to the left or to the right of the origin point. And once again, the selected tracker turns red and our button changes to PL for plane. So now we are expected to select a tracker that is nearer or further away from the origin point in regards to the distance, but still on the same height as our origin. This one looks pretty promising. As this was the last of the 3 points, SynthEyes will ask if we should apply the new coordinate system. Yes, please. The solver will do a quick calculation, and now our perspective view in the bottom right changes dramatically. Congratulations, we just defined the ground plane for our scene. That will
His
make
ground
navigating
plane
our
was
scene so
straight
much
out the
easier.
box.
Zoom into each window once more and take a look. You will find that the points in each view now resemble the hill much more closely, and also the camera path looks like what is happening in the camera viewer. Perfect. Now let's bring in some geometry to see if this really works out. Make sure you're aligned to the center of our scene. If you're unsure, notice how the 2 center lines on the grid are just a tiny bit thicker than all the other lines. Also, the tracker that we selected as our origin should have a yellow cross in the middle. Switch on over to the 3D room, where we can add a statue to our scene. From the drop-down menu here, we can select the Earthling and put it into the top view. Just drag it in there until it's the size you like. Of course, we want him to stand on the concrete base and not on the gravel next to it. Now we can select the Translate tool and move our Earthling onto the concrete base. As we don't have a tracker on the base itself, we will need to put it there manually. I will jump between the different 3D views and translate it into place. If you ever lose your bearings where you are, just right-click in that window and choose Zoom to Fill. Now aligning the height of our statue might be tricky, especially if you're new to 3D navigation. Here's a little tip for you. Shuttle to around frame 54. There we are pretty perpendicular to the base, and translating in either the front or left-right view will be much easier. Now let's just switch our layout back to the camera view. Looking at this is nice, but we want to get the sky, the camera, and the trackers out to either a CG or
1220.
compositing application. At the end of this course, we will have a couple of... You can also examine the HPX error for individual trackers.
1220, 1220.
In our name of the room, it'll change the layout to a default associated with that room. That means for the 3D room, it would have the quad view as a default. That could work for us, but I would love to have the ground plane visible, like I do right now with my quad perspective view. If you don't want the layout to change when switching rooms, just tap the icon left to the room name and you will change rooms while keeping the layout. On the left-hand side, we've got controls for translation, rotation, and scale. Let's start with translation. As we want to move the whole scene, just activate Whole. And then you can either use the front or left view to bring the whole scene down. We will jump a bit between rotation and translation for further fine-tuning. If you use rotation, you'll
just click
translation,
Whole.
rotation, and scale. Let's start with translation. As we want to move the whole scene, just activate Whole. And then you can either use the front or left view to bring the whole scene down. We will jump a bit between rotation and translation for further fine-tuning. If you use rotation, you'll find that the rotation always centers around the point in space where you are clicking and then dragging. That way you can align the scene manually and already familiarize yourself with the 3D controls. Once you're done, treat yourself by placing an Earthling here at the end of that walk.
Okay, pause that. Pause that. So, okay. Let me go back to SynthEyes. All right, let's go back to our coordinates. Star 3, yes. We'll make our origin the center of the scene, which I think we'll do it here. Center of the scene is the origin. One to the left or to the right that's on the same plane. It's a little bit lower, a little bit higher. All right, I got another idea. Let me switch it real quick. Let me switch it real quick. Origin. Then on the same plane to the left would be here. And then PL, plane, either nearer or further. Nearer or further. I think between these two would be here. Let's see. L 3D perspective L. Boom. Whole. Let me go to quad view. Where's the quad? Quad. What did I do to get to quad view last time? Oh, here we go. Quad perspective. Whole. Rotate. He said, we are watching you. Rotate. And it's going to rotate on the way in which you drag. So if I... Hold on, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it now. I'm going to get it. Rotate. That's rotating that way. Oh, wait, it's on. No, that's okay, that's the camera. Hold on, let's see. I'll rotate. Rotate. Huh. All right, let's try this again. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. Let's see how many we got in here. We got, dang, we still got 4 people. We still got 4 people in here. Hold on, this is crazy. I'm glad y'all sticking with me. Cause look, I be confused. Synthi, I like Synthize though, huh? I'm gonna be real with y'all. I like Synthize. Synthize it's something. It's a doozy. It's a doozy, but it can be done. So let's reset this scene again. Star 3. We'll make the origin the center of the scene. We'll just go by looks, right? Center of the scene. Bow, that's the origin, right? To the left or to the right would be the next marker. It has to be on the same plane. He said, I think you can rotate it in Blender. Yeah, I can. But we here now. I want to get it. We here now. On the same plane. He said export it. Okay. And then boom. Yes. Perspective. He said export it, fix it in Blender. Sure. I got you. Let's export it and fix it in Blender. I'm just gonna put it how I usually have it, and we'll put it in Blender. 1, 2, 3. Facets to verts. L. And then just for kicks and giggles, back to that 3D room, whole, rotate, perspective, quad, just for kicks and giggles, rotate, whole, yep. All right, export it, fix it in Blender. File, export, yep, fix it in Blender. Yeah, it's easier to do it that way because I'm used to, but I want to learn this. Yeah, your track and solid coordinates are off. You're right. You're right. Just export it. It's over with. B3 track scene, save. Only on the first 10 in the last. Are you serious? Okay, use perspective views, right click menu. Perspective views, right click menu to create full length movies with your inserted 3D. No. All right, y'all. We learned something. Nicky's, you saved this live, man. You helped us learn something. He said try ABC. Try Alembic. Let's see. Export. Alembic. Wait, did I say import? Did I say import? File. Export. Alembic. Alembic 1.5. Wow. Wow. So that worked. Just to make sure. Export. Alembic. Yep, it worked. It worked. Nickies, man. Golly, man. Hey, man. Yes, sir. Hey, because I'm telling you, there's no way that I could have done that. There's no way I could have done that. Yeah. Hats off, brother. For real, man. There's no way I could have done that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. So let's general. Let's delete file, import, Alembic, power tank, motorcycle, B3D, ABC, import. And it imports the Alembic. Yep, it's just tilted. Yep, it's just tilted. We got to rescale it and tilt it. But it's here. It's here. If we make this the set active camera, it's here. Let's rotate and tilt it. Let's see. Let's rotate it. Okay, we're going to have to use the delta transforms, possibly. Rotation. He said delete the plane. Right, as I don't need the plane. Let's see. Delete the plane. And then let's try to rotate just the camera. Yeah, we're going to have to try to use delta transform. Rotating on the Y didn't work. Let's clear it. Zero it. Delta transform. Because that's where the keyframes are. 0, Shift W. Can't do that with the. Let's see. Trackers, camera, constraints. Move the constraints. Can I move the constraints? I can't move the constraints. Wow. Come on. There gotta be a way. It has to be a way. Camera data. Rotate that. Because it's constrained, so I should be able to rotate. He said add the video to the camera. So we'll go to backgrounds. We will go to camera, background images, bow, add image, open, boom, motorcycle, B3D track, scale all the way down, 551, open image. It's definitely, but it's like, if I move the empty, shouldn't it move? There's the empty involved here. So shouldn't the camera move with the empty? Crap. Said delete everything. And re-import. Let's do it. Let's re-import. Delete everything. I'm gonna leave that camera there just in case, but import. He said wait. Delete the collection. Got you. That's what I was dealing with the fusion track. He said, never mind. Listen, let's try it anyway, because that's what I was dealing with the Fusion track. Like everything was merged together, constrained together, and I think it had something to do with the collections. Like it was crazy. Import ABC. He said it's fine. Import ABC, motorcycle scene, B3D, ABC. Okay, let's look at this. Relative path. Set frame rate. Okay, just import. If I could copy the keyframes of this camera to that one, I don't know if that will work. Let me see. Let me see, because it won't let me just delta transform it, which is crazy. Yeah, it's not letting me delta transform it at all. No, it's not. Delete the plane. You would think the empty would allow you, like if you rotate, see the empty moves, so why doesn't the camera? Yeah. You would think. See, it moves on location, but on rotation, it does nothing. I'm gonna try a different yeah, no. Yeah. Let me just try something real quick. Give me 1 second. Timeline. Yeah, I don't even, when you import Alembic, you don't even have, do you have you don't get a timeline? You don't get a, I guess you don't. I guess you don't get a timeline when it comes to Alembics. Wait, the camera ain't even moving. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, Nikki's, yeah, it's odd, man. We didn't, look, and I'll show you what I was dealing with the, let me just break, okay, so just to reset, just to kind of recap, this is what I was dealing with the FBX from Fusion. Completely got off of it earlier, but this was the issue with that. We go to motorcycle scene, we go to motorcycle scene FBX, we bring in the scale, of course at like 100x, right? Apply transform, import FBX, right? So this is the scene from Fusion. So let me see, which one is it? This one. Set active camera. We don't need the plane. Delete the plane. Apply the background footage. Open. We got further than I thought, though, honestly. B3D track scene. 551 open image. So we got the track for real in Fusion, right? Oh, I forgot. I got to get the timeline. Timeline. 551. So the track is there. The point cloud is there. That's all there. The problem that I was having is, if you notice right here, the camera starts to zoom in. I start to cut, well, the camera person starts to walk forward. So the scale of my person is getting bigger, right? The scale of the person is getting bigger. However, if I bring in the asset, which was this one, right? Let's say I bring in the asset. Let's switch over to Eevee. Switch over to Eevee. We'll light it up. Let's see what.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Default Cube CG Matter tutorial, and today I wanted to talk about the Synthesize to Blender workflow, and that is for no particular reason. I've just been using Synthesize recently, and I just want to talk about it. By the way, I graduated recently, so hooray for me, more tutorials coming soon. Basically what we have here is these are our trackers, these little pyramids. This is the mesh, and we have this very, very tiny camera, which we can make bigger in the sense of the viewport, just like this visual we have here. Just go to the camera tab, viewport display, bring up the size. This doesn't change anything about the camera, just visually what we see, what we can click. When we go to the camera tab, you can see that if you remember the shot, this is pretty much the motion. But just to make sure, we're going to go to background images. Again, camera tab, background images, add image, and I don't think, yeah, this shouldn't be loaded yet unless you select it in your Alembic file.
Talking about the Blender or go back a minute on here?
I can just go whatever. And then just select this graduated track. We're going to click OK, and it has exported. So now it's close Synthesize. Don't need to save because I am fairly confident everything's been going well so far. And then back in Blender, we are going to delete this. Back in the layout panel.
I want to see what how did he export this?
Right, so we want to export our track, the camera, this 3D model, everything. How do we do that? Whole, not world, but click whole. And now you can see this is all rotating together.
So he rotated on the camera.
The bottom right
I was
quadrant.
rotating on points. He rotated on the camera. He rotated on the camera. He rotated. Hold on. Yeah, unlock. Hold on. Unlock. Let me see. Whole. He rotated. Oh my God. Oh my God. Nicky's, man. You're a lifesaver, dog. Lifesaver, man. He rotated on the camera. He rotated on the camera. So if okay, so let's get the coordinates right. And let's rotate on the camera. It was a small detail. That's all we was missing was a small detail, man. A very small detail. He rotated on the camera. I was trying to rotate on points. Man, all right, so let's go back to coordinates. Star 3 to reset the constraints and all of that, right? Now, let's see. We'll do 1 for the origin, which is, okay, and then the second one we'll do here. And then the plane, the third one, maybe we'll do which is right here in the middle of all three of them. We'll do it here. And then, no, that's not gonna work. Let's do, Nikki's. Tell me where you think. Let me see. This one, face to verts. Then this one. Then this one, and then 3D rotate whole. I'm good with that because I can also move it down. And we still gonna get this right. Hold on, let me see. Origin, because I want to turn it. It's simple stuff that we missed. That's all. Just simple stuff, man. Simple stuff. Rotating on the camera rather than rotating on. I can't even select points right now. What's going on? Am I locked? I'm locked. Okay, unlock. Origin. So I go to top view. Top view. Front, top. He said then rotate. Top view and then rotate. Okay. Top view and then rotate whole. Wow. Hey, man. Hey, man. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Wow. It looks a little tilted as it goes forward. Yeah, but bro, I'm good with it. File, export. We did that. We did that. We did that. For sure, for sure. Export, Alembic. Let me see, ABC. Alembic. You ain't got to let them know my yeah, dude, you got to tell that my stuff expired. God dang. Yeah. Okay. No. We're not going to close it. We're just going to minimize it. I'm not going to close that one either. We're going to start another one. New, general, don't save. Well, it's going to close it regardless, but either way. Delete everything. X. Right? File, import, Alembic, D, motorcycle scene, B3D, timeline, ABC, scale. We'll figure that out in there. I don't think it updated. I don't think it updated. Let me update it. Let me do it again. I'm gonna give it a different name. I'm gonna give it a different name. File, export, Alembic, new TL, save, and I had the distortion apply. Okay. I thought I did that though. Answer yes if that's the case, then discard this export, run the script and export again. Nope. Nope. We're just gonna go with what we got. Delete everything. File. Import ABC. New TL. Import. Oh, we still twisted a little bit. We still twisted a little bit. Let me set the scene frames. Maybe that might be the issue. Did we set scene? We didn't set any type of scene frames or nothing. That is something that I remembered. That we were supposed to. Let me see. File. Export. What if we could export as a FBX? Why not? Let's try it. That's the worst that we could do. Let's try it. Deform mesh. Looks like FBX worked. So even if Alembic is coming in twisted, at least I know I can move a FBX. I can't move Alembic for some reason. I can't move it. So if we import from as a FBX 1518, that's not the same one. B3, there we go. This one. Keyframes, super small. Super small. But does this camera move? If I delta transform on the z-axis, we can bring it up. Let's bring it all up. All delta transform on the z, oh, that's rotation, on the z-axis. Bring it all up. Now something should be moving because we have keyframes. So let me put the background images on, add image, open, D, motorcycle, B3D, timeline, This is crazy, man. Open 0. I thought I gotta light it up. Light it up. Light it up. What we got going on here? That's right. We got no lights, right? But still, we should still be able to see the background images of the camera. That's strange. Set active camera. Add image. Open. What the heck is going on? This is wild. We just having problem after
Hi
problem.
everyone. In this video I'll be showing you how to solve the issue camera not working properly in Blender. So the issue that I'm facing over here is that even if I move my camera anywhere in the viewport, I'm still getting the same view that it gives. For example, here you can, so I'm just placing my camera over in the rightmost part of your keyboard, or if I press this camera view, here you can see I'm getting this particular animation only. Same thing with numpad key also. And now let me just move the camera. So for moving the camera, you need to press the G key and you need to just drag it somewhere like this. So I'm just placing my camera over here, like totally random place. And even if I now press the camera view, I'm getting the same animation. So this literally isn't even present in front of my camera. Pop like this. And if you aren't able to get this thing opened when you press the N key, what you need to do is you'll be having here a small arrow like thing. Okay, you need to just drag this. So here we will be having 3 options, which is item, tool and view. We are interested in working with view, so click on view. And here by default this local camera is going to be pointed onto this plane. So this is the reason why our view is not at all.
Okay, so is it pointed at something? If we go to view, we got this as the main camera, but why is the background image all of a sudden not showing? That's the problem that I'm trying to figure out. Let's see. If we go to Eevee, does that work? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think the 3D villains don't want us to. The 3D villains don't want us to survive on this one. Let's see. Import FBX D motorcycle B3D track TL import 0. Okay, I see everything. A G Z. Well, gotta do delta transform, right? Now we in the air. We in the air. Just got to delete the plane. Give it a... No, we're not in the air. This plane, delete. This set is active. Camera, background, add image, timeline EXR. Rotate, light it up. Let's try movie clip, because I'm not understanding. I've selected every last one of them. Shift to 551, open clip. You can go sRGB, whatever, active clip, whatever. Yeah, it's just not, I don't know. And that's where I gotta say, like, honestly, I gotta say the fusion, let me see, 551. I got the keyframes and everything. Camera is not moving. View. View lock is not there. There's nothing. Yeah, Nikki's. I don't know. Let's go ahead and fix the let's fix the fusion one, because there's no way that I'm not going to be able to figure these out tonight and still try to get the shot done. So let's try to fix that fusion one. Yeah, I don't know. Let's delete everything. File, import, FBX, D, motorcycle scene, scale to 100, apply transform, import. This is the one from Fusion again. I want to be able to see, so let's give that some crazy number. Let's give this a crazy number, and we can delete this. We can go here, background images, add image, open. Now if the background image doesn't show up on here, then I know that, okay, this is a problem somewhere else. And yeah 551 showed up perfectly on here. Timeline 551. The issue that I was having was when I bring in the asset, these can't be in the same collection, of course. Whole different collection. There we go. All right, cool. Whole different collection. RZ. Let me turn this around. It's about like right here. GY. Delete the guy. And then let's size this stuff up again. Oh, wrong thing. GZ, rotate Z. Go Eevee, so we can get some real-time stuff there. All right, and so basically I'm gonna want to make it look like I'm getting on the bike, but the issue is I want to say it's gonna be scale. I'm gonna bring in my image plane, shift A, image mesh plane, power tank, motorcycle scene, alpha. This is the alpha channeled magic mask from DaVinci Resolve. We're going to give it a mission, force reload, detect image sequence, import as plane, GZ, GX, GZ. Let's go to the shader editor. I should be on sRGB because that's Blender's color space. Cyclic, clip is good. Okay, cool. All right, so now notice this issue. So when I press space, right now it looks cool. Looks like he's sitting on some type of motorcycle. But when I press space, watch. You remember how the camera comes in? The camera comes in like this. And so now the issue that I'm having is that this is up close, but even if I scale it to directly where it cuts off at, let's see if I scale it directly to where it cuts off at. It cuts off right there, right? Oh, my bad. The camera's gonna come. Look now. See the sizing of the human versus the sizing of the. Yeah, and I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I think it's a scaling issue, honestly. I tried parenting. This the plane to the bike. That didn't work. I tried parenting the bike to the camera. That didn't work. So as far as scaling is concerned, I really don't necessarily know what the issue is. If I want to light up the world, let me just light up the world. He said we really need a VFX camera. Bet. Say less, because you talked about this earlier. So say less. Let's go to Beeble AI. You talked about it earlier. So we're gonna try to see. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know. I'm just, we're gonna try it out. If you guys see, I've been active on I've been active on here. So yeah. Power tank D, motorcycle scene, alpha, open. Yeah. Oh, that's right. It has to be a video. For Beeble. Unless you got that, because it's like a pro yearly subscription of like $300 and something. Yeah, not doing that. Let's do this. Let's grab it as a video. Export. GPS plus gyro for tracking data. So like jet set. That's a good one. But the thing with Beeble is that it will give you a 3D camera tracked and everything like that too. But no, I get what you're saying. But like jet set is a good one for iPhone. Matte. Let's invert. I'm sorry if I'm moving a little fast. I got to try to get this stuff together because I don't want to. Let me see. Take this out. Take this out because we're not camera tracking anymore. Take that out. Delta keyer, magic mask, delta keyer. Okay. So it's this one. Delta keyer. Grab the blue. Just get the best I can with the blue. Throw the gain up. Mess with the threshold a tad. Just a tad bit. Clean the foreground, clean the background. Solid color, none. Says, what is my dream camera? My dream camera. Honestly, right now, and this might not even sound cool to you. This camera might not even sound cool to you, but a Pixis 12K. That Pixis 12K, man, right now, yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. What I would do with a Pixis 12K right now, I would never be at home. Any feature requests? What type of features? You mean features in the camera or features with creatives who I would like to work with? Creatives I would like to work with or features in a camera? In a camera? Pretty much, actually, I'll be honest with you. The cameras that we have right now are what more can you really ask for besides like open gate and gyro data and, you know, open lens mounts? You know, really, what more can you really ask for? I don't know. What about you? What you think? What's some features you would like to have? All right, let's put this in Beeble. Open. Really, lenses are the main thing at this point, man. Lenses are what I'm going for next. I'm not going for anything else. I'm going for lenses. Unless a Pixis 12K just happens to drop in my lap, then we can, that's, if, for Pixis 12K just bloop, just dropped out the sky. It was like, oh, look, yeah, a stork dropped me off Pixis 12K. Don't nobody ask me how much it cost. Oh, they gave it to me. It was free. They gave it to me. Then it's like, yeah, we're gonna have to talk. But yeah, man. Bloop, Pixis 12K just drop out the sky. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful thing. That would be a beautiful thing. Review VFX passes. All right, that's my alpha. Hold on. I think I started a what's the name too early, but it doesn't matter. I'll just generate and get on with it. Dang, that's gonna be 17 minutes from now. That's crazy. All right, so 17 minutes for that to go. Look now. I want to show y'all something that
is looking like.
And I actually like his camera tracker. I have his camera tracker. It's Colmap. I have his camera tracker. I forget his name. Infrared and RGBY sensor for a yellow channel for green sensors. What would that do? Would that give us like auto green screen keying or something? That's crazy. Never heard of it. Would that give us like automatic like green screen? Roto? I'm not gonna do that. Wow. Better keying. Okay, better keying. Got you. Better keying. 552 frames. Okay, yeah, we're about to get there. It'll be there. Let me see. Let me see. What camera has that? Infrared and RGBY sensors. What camera has that? Oh. So let me guess, you will probably find these more with like Leica, like the Leica cameras? Or what type of cameras usually have these? Science cameras.
Hi, my name is Megan from LumoPlay, and I am going to talk a little bit about cameras today and some other sensors that you can potentially use with LumoPlay.
Oh, these are 3D cameras. RealSense vs Oak.
So let's start with
Oak
the
Z.
cameras that we recommend. This is our most popular camera. This is the Orbeck Astra. It's been out for many years. It's a very solid camera. and it's an IR structured light camera.
So wait, is this like the Xbox Connect? Like, are these like Xbox Connect? Which I think, if I'm not mistaken, Xbox Connect was like infrared.
So it works in a lot of different lighting conditions and
original
will
one.
handle things like changing lighting conditions very, very well, as long as there's no direct sunlight or any kind of IR interference. So if you're putting your system near a window, that this might not be the best camera to use, but as long as your system follows our guidelines, this is typically the camera that people choose, both because it works really reliably in most situations,
Kinda.
and also because it's the least
I
expensive.
got a feature. You asked me what feature would I like to see in a camera? LiDAR. LiDAR, man. Because think about how easy it would be to, and I don't know if that's possible, to have like a polycam type situation inside of a Pixis. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've ever used Polycam, but Polycam is dope. You know, you can scan a 3D environment out of anything. Like, you know, I can take a 3D environment of the room that I'm sitting in using my iPhone because of the LiDAR that's inside of an iPhone. But to have that inside of like a Pixis or a C50 or a R5C or something like that, that would be dope.
Of all of our recommended cameras, coming in at just under $200. One thing that is a downside to this
Under $200? Under $200?
camera is the base that it ships with, which is normally attached here, has a screw hole that is standard in China but very difficult to find a camera mount for in North America. You can jam a regular sized security camera mount into this thing, but what we've done is we've 3D printed our own mounts for it, and they're very simple. They just slide right on, and you
That's
can...
crazy. That's crazy. Under $200. It kind of seemed like an Xbox Connect to me. That's kind of like an Xbox Connect, but shout out to the 7 people in the chat. Really appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. We're talking about 3D cameras. We're talking about Blender. We got this scene that we're about to load up in Blender. We are currently right now waiting on Beeble AI to finish up the basically the 3D passes, our depth, our base color, roughness, specular, alpha, things of that nature. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Man, you know, I definitely, it feels like an Xbox Connect, I'm not gonna lie.
I know what you're thinking. How in the world is Arthur on this TV, and how did he upgrade his house to this mansion that you see all around you? Well, it's not some fancy editing, and it's not a
that video that I was gonna show you earlier, I can show it to you, but I can't play it because I don't want any copyrights on the on this video. I can show it to you. Let me see. T-Pain Blender Dreaming official music video. Let me mute it because I don't want to. No copyrights. But yeah, he went out. I think he went out to some place in like LA. Come on, Beeble, what we got left? 7 minutes. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. But of course, nothing beats out what is it called? It's called Salad Bowl. Nothing beats out this, man. I'm not gonna lie. Dynamo Dreams. Look at the photorealism. And this is all green screen. I don't know if you guys ever saw the behind the scenes of this, but this is Ian Newhart. These are all textures and everything. Yeah, like this is all Blender. All Blender.
That bit of morning rain looks like we're shaping up for a sunny day here in the Sunset District.
That's real, man. Work on the next generation of cameras for VFX. This is all Blender. That's what's crazy about what he did, man. Ian Hughes. All Blender. I wonder how long it took him to render this stuff out. This is crazy. All blended, all animated and rigged. And I think on the behind the scenes, he said he used the same like 4 friends to make this. Crazy. Like these are his friends, like acting. That's crazy. Quality, bro. Yeah, seriously. All Blender. If we look at the BTS of it is here. All Blender. Insane. Absolutely insane. Camera tracking and whole scene replacement.
Here we have Rich making that line. I haven't seen that line on the field. 27, 28.
Yeah, what? Yeah. But that's crazy because I feel like I would have died too if I all of this, I would have died sitting in the chair. This would have took me a billion years. This is crazy. This is crazy. This would have took me a billion years. I would still be rendering right now. He came out with this wing 5 years ago. 5 years ago. This is crazy.
Thank you. That's what the old car were made for, so let's see.
And look at the room. The room is like... It's the same where she's been up and down those stairs like 4 or 5 times. She has not left the room. He created all of this around her, which is crazy. Like, you know the type of genius that you have to be in order to see all of these different angles and perspectives. That's insane. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's insane. Dynamo Dreams. That's insane. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just trying to get a couple scenes. I'm just trying to do a couple scenes. I can't build a world like that. But you know, yeah, man. And so here, the episode that the motorcycle, because I don't know if you guys subscribe to his Patreon or not, but the episode that the motorcycle that we're using comes from an episode that he has. I think it's called Hyperbole. And so these are the motorcycles. Those are the Eevee. Subscribe to the Patreon. He gives out these assets. You know? So that's the thought process for me, just to, you know, try to formulate a scene for myself. Crazy, right? Crazy. Crazy. Popcorn robot, like, yeah, this guy. That's the exact one that I want to use right there. That's the exact one. That's why I got that asset.
They jitter.
Hyperbole. Yeah. Yeah. 2 more minutes. But yeah, this guy is crazy, man. This guy is absolute genius. Absolute genius. But, you know, stringing it all together, man, like I don't think I could do something like that. That's like 50 years for me. And I'm rendering on, I got 2 4090s. I'm on dual 4090s. I'm on a Threadripper 9160X. Yeah, my CPU is beefy. Puget Systems. But still, in the same token, do you know how long I would be sitting here trying to get that? Like, I wouldn't, it wouldn't work for me. It wouldn't work. So I'm gonna stick to these 10 to 15 second scenes, right? And I'm gonna try to mash them all together to make something. But yeah, Ian Hubert is like, man, that's like next level. It's like next level. So 1 minute remaining and we get back to Blender. So he said, if I knew engineers at Sony or Canon, I would tell them to work on the next generation of cameras for VFX. I don't think that you know what? I'll be honest. I don't think that there is a camera specifically that they've made for VFX. I'm just speaking about Canon. I don't know too much about, you know, other camera companies, but I say with Canon, I don't think that there is a camera that they've made for VFX at all. But we got 1 minute remaining. All right, let's see what we got. Shout out to Beeble. Shout out to Beeble. See what I mean? Ready for relighting. Download. All passes. I like to put my passes together myself. I like to put them together myself. You could do the export to Blender and it would, you know, kind of generate it for you. Well, no, because we need the camera, so I do need to do that. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll import it because I do have the plugin. So let's see. If I were to, let's say we lit the world. Let's light the world. Light the world up. And we'll light it up with PSA atmosphere. Physical starlight atmosphere. Just some quick lighting. We'll go Earth. I think we should be able to close DaVinci. Here we go, cycles. That's the same one that we just saw in Hyperbole. The exact same one. So that's what my plan is to put myself on that motorcycle and see where I can travel with that thing. Yeah. See if we can get let's get some denoising turned on. Let's go to optics. See if we can. I don't know why the lighting isn't working in Eevee. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. What did Nikki said? He said my price is $1,200 entry level, $2,500 mid level, $4,000 for freelancers, $8,000 and $15,000 for film companies. Yeesh. Yeesh. And that's for like building entire worlds and stuff like that, or what are you like? That's just specifically to contract you, period. That's sweet. That is sweet. Let's see. Are we close to being downloaded? Almost. Almost. That's for the VFX cameras. Oh, for the VFX cameras. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I would do is this hypothetical or do you actually make these? Because the way that you just put the prices up there is like you actually know how to make them. But yeah. If I was to do some VFX cameras, man, use some VFX cameras for my film that I'm actually working on, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. We got 8 viewers. What's up, y'all? I'm not ashamed to say that we got 8. We got 8. What's up? It's 8. Yeah. That's more than we had yesterday. That's more than we had earlier today. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all coming. It's good to see you. It's good to be seen. Yeah. Good to see you. Good to be seen. All right. We got to be about halfway there now, right? Good Lord. Got about 6 minutes left on the download. Hypothetical. All right, I was about to say, man. I was about to say, like, hey, listen, let me know if you actually build these things. Make sure you let me know if you actually build these things. But I'm definitely going to look into getting like an Xbox Connect, like specifically for what we were just talking about. Because especially if all of my shots, a lot of my shots are on a tripod anyway. So, you know, it's very rare that I have, you know, extra people to help me with the cameras. So he said, I speak it into 100%. 100%. You have to. You have to. 100%. I completely agree. It's not going to happen no other way. It's not going to happen no other way. Let me close these. Yeah, I'm gonna try out that Xbox Connect just for kicks and giggles. Just for kicks and giggles. All right, so we are at about half. So the reason why you download all passes is because the camera is included. The camera is included. So what's your thoughts on Unreal Engine, Nikki's? Have you been there yet? Have you dove into the world of Unreal Engine? UE5, UE, whatever we at now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I dabble, man. I dabble with the UE5. You know, I find it's, you know, because I'm trying to mix in real world footage with 3D. I find it yeah, it takes up a lot of space, a whole lot of space, man. It's crazy. And then the way that NVMe drives are priced now, RAM, NVMe drives, everything is crazy. I saw a few NVMe drives earlier today. Them joints was like, they were like $600, $700 for 2 terabytes. I said, goodness, man. What happened? I used to go to Micro Center and get a 2 terabyte NVMe for $90. Like, crazy. So I run on optics. He said my friend is making a video game. Oh, in UE5? In UE, yeah. That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. I have not worked on any video games in UE5, but I definitely want to use it for virtual production. Because they have the automatic green screen keying, the automatic blue screen keying. They have, I think what do they call it? They call it, I forget what they call it. Composer? No, it's not is it Composure? Might be Composure. Yeah. I want to try it, but it's so crazy how difficult it is, how many steps you have to go through just to get 2D footage on a plane into UE5. You gotta create a image plate to a video something, then a something to it's like 5 different steps just to bring in an image plate. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like so many steps. So many steps. But we gotta be almost done now. Where we at? Okay, a minute left. All right, cool. All right, here we go. 53 seconds. And we're gonna start it fresh too. Because for some reason Eevee wasn't working, so I'm gonna start it fresh and get Eevee working. General. Switch directly to Eevee. Don't even play no games. Delete all this. Bring it up. Bring in the bike. Delete the guy. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, so we'll leave that there. Alright, now we should be done with the, yeah, there they go. Okay, so now go over to the Beeble importer, which I conveniently already have installed over here on the right side. I'm not going to download the latest version. I got to sign in. Oh, already successfully logged in, so we can exit that. Import, downloads, date modified. Where'd it go? Timeline 1 passes. There we go. Timeline 1 passes. Go ahead and import. It's going to bring in the camera and everything. So that's the first frame. Let me go to timeline. Remember that first frame was acting crazy wonky on us. There we go. So we start at 2. So we're going to start at frame 2. And for some reason, I don't have an alpha channel, which I need. Let me bring in atmosphere. Oh, it is alpha. But where is... What happened here? What are we looking at? What in the world? What? Are you kidding me? Let me see. Is it different in cycles? All right, let's play with it. Let's figure that out. All right, shader editor. I'll tell you how I'll do it. Tell you exactly how I'll do it. We're going to delete that. Shift A. Image. Mesh plane. D. I'll bring in the footage from motorcycle scene. Oh, that's the wrong footage. Alpha is what we want. Boom. Import GY GZ 0 GY, bring it back. sRGB, cyclic. We're gonna do, give me some more space here. Shift A, texture, image texture. This is gonna be my, normal. We'll import the normal. So if I go to my downloads, grab the normal, Come on. Where'd it go? Huh. All right, open, downloads, normal. Oh, it was backwards. 1 through 552. And so now I have the normal. I can't see. Get over. Normal. All right, so now that should have. All right, that has the normal attached. Let's bring in the roughness. Now we'll go Shift A, input, texture, where you at? Image texture, where you at? Downloads, timeline 1, roughness 1 through 552. I think people, if people really knew how much go into VFX, man, like it would be way more respected. Like within like, you know, like the filmmaking community. I think that sometimes, you know, people just think, oh, I could use AI. No, not if you want it to look like real, or if you want it to look good. You know, sometimes it takes this. It takes doing stuff like this. So real talk, man. So much that goes into this, bro. Now, if I have that normal right, if I were to change, it should also change colors with the lighting. I don't. Oh, I got it emissive. I have it emissive. Take it out the emission. Take the base color and put it into base color. And then turn this down. Okay. Looks like my alpha is a little bit too strong. Crap. Okay. All right. So we got a couple holes in the material. We'll get it together, but it's relit, so it'll work. Let's get a different lighting in here. Let's go back to what we had. We'll go here. Doesn't matter because we can always do an alpha over node. But let's just get this asset in here. Asset, browser, go play outside. Oh, I already had it. It's here. GY 0 GY RZ we gotta size this up because it was about here. We can delete this one. Uh-oh, what did I delete? Okay, never mind. We'll leave it there for now. Which one is this? Okay, yeah, that's this guy. All right. Yep, I'm moving a little bit slower than I was, man. I'm definitely, brain is frying right now. Solving problems all day on Blender and DaVinci and see what we got. Timeline. What are we in? Are we in cycles? We're in Eevee. Why am I getting such slow playback? What is going on here? Why am I getting such slow playback? This is crazy. All right, let's so we automatically have to move this. All right, so that's gonna have to be way bigger. Stop it there. Size it up. GZ. Nope. Not yet. Oh, where'd I go? GX. Now this is that one camera, right? Yeah, this is that one camera, so it should theoretically work. GY. Where's my hands gonna go? I have no idea why it's moving like this. Why is it moving like this? Let's dump some system memory by going to edit, nope, file, clean up, unused data. Yeah, I don't have too much of nothing in there. I'm getting 5 frames per second. That's crazy. It still kind of looks like yep, still moving. Still moving. Switch to GPU. I thought I was on GPU. Was I not? System, optics, yeah. What the heck? Yep, this has been a very unproductive, but I learned some stuff. It's been an unproductive day, to say the least, but I definitely learned some stuff. I'm not understanding a lot of it, but let's let me see. Let me switch to, where'd the other camera go I just brought in? Beeble. Good God almighty, this is crazy to me, man. Oh well. Oh well. Is that this one? Yeah, that's this one. We don't. Oh yeah, that's the one that we do want to delete. The smaller one. Research and development stream. Yeah. That's about exactly what this was, man. It's about exactly what this was. Good old research and development stream. Good old research and development stream. See, I try not to be one of those guys that has everything already put together before they even get in. Okay, so why I just reloaded the... Wait, is this the same one? I just reloaded the Beeble camera and it came out good. It came out starting fine. I don't know what the heck happened last time. GX. This guy, you got to get out of here, bro. Get out of here. GX 0. Wait a second. Did I delete the wrong thing? Oh, wow. Good old research and development stream. Wow. Wow. They playing me. They playing me today. Wow. Wow. Wowzers. Wowzers. Eevee. And then I bring it back in and it no longer works. That is crazy to me. I just imported it and it worked fine. Oh my God. That is insane. Yep. I'm cooked. We tried it. Tried it. We got 10 people on the chat right now. That's crazy. We got 10 people in here. Tried it. We tried it, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what happened today. I'm gonna give something one more try before I give up on it. I'm gonna go to 5.0. We're gonna try it in 5.0 real quick before I even give up on it. I can't give up on it because this is the highest amount that I've ever had somebody watching me do 3D. So yeah, we gotta keep it going for y'all. Like, what's up? So yeah, we're gonna try it. Shift A. Actually no, we're just gonna file import. No, it's Beeble. It's Beeble. Beeble. Log in with browser. Successful. Import. Downloads. Yeah, we in here. What's up? Oh man. Import. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Trying to see if it's gonna work out. Wow, sweet. That's crazy. That's crazy. I hope I can get this. I hope I can get this. I really do. Poor dude. Oh my God, that is crazy. All right, so does the Beeble camera move or is it just the stuff inside of? The Beeble camera doesn't even move. We'll be back even if you don't. We got 13 people in here, yo. 13 people. So we're going to file import FBX. Yeah. Definitely got me nervous now. I see what he meant when he said poor dude. Definitely got me nervous. I'm like, yeah, no way I can get off now. Like, it's not happening. It's not happening. We're going to scale this up. Let's see what we got. Which one is this? Is this the one we did from? Timeline. I think this might be the one that we did from. $15, $18. Yeah, we want that one. We want that one. And then this would be our main cam. Cam 3D1 would be our main cam. Set active cam. I'm going to delete this. Or should I project the footage onto it? I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to try something that Ian Hubert does. I'm gonna try something, man. I'm gonna just give myself some random lighting, like we usually do. Some random lighting. We're in 5.0, so Eevee should be good. Eevee's good. We're in 5.0, right? Got some random lighting. I am going to take this. I'm going to give it a texture that I want to give it, which is, if I change this to a shader editor, Shift A, input, Texture, image texture, bow, connect, bow, open, D, motorcycle scene. If we did alpha, are we backwards? Yeah, we're backwards. So alpha, open image, and cyclic, we're going to start at frame 2. Is it backwards? There we go. We're going to take the alpha, plug it into the alpha. We're going to take the color and plug it into emission. Give it some brightness from linear to sRGB. And we got holes a little bit in this footage. I'm going to size it down. So we're projecting this, right? But I want to do it a little bit differently. So we're going to project it by using Shift A, give myself a ground plane, GZ, bring it down, 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 GY, come outside the camera view, GY, line it up with the feet, size it up a bit, 0. Want to at least look like I'm moving on something, maybe, possibly. Let me give myself a little bit more view real estate. And oops, also want to go to the camera and do the same thing. View real estate, some ungodly number. And what is the issue with that I just what was the issue? What's the issue? Okay, it's in there. All right, so we got camera moving. Timeline is stopping at 250, so we need to, oh, it's not stopping at 250. Why is it blinking like that? It must be the footage stopping at 250. Yeah, there we go. We need 515 of those. Or is it 551? 551. 551 of those. Ah, but it's now parented to... It's parented to the camera. Say it blackout? We black? You can't see it? Blackout. Nice shadow. Nice shadow. Blackout. Huh. I don't know, Nikki's what you saying? Is it you can't see the screen? Is it blacked out? Oh, no. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I want to unparent this. Alt P. Clear parent. He said I meant the footage. Unparent this. Give it a new collection. He said never mind. I know he's talking about the shadow, right? Because the feet were on the ground. I think you were talking about the shadow. So Nikki's, here's what the issue is, right? So it's zooming in, like, let me see. How can I detach this from the camera? The constraints tab. So constraints. No, I don't want to add a constraint. Let me see. Because they have this moving. I'm taking a risk here. Clear animation data. Okay, cool. Clear animation data. So that should not move. It shouldn't. We'll see. It should just be the camera moving at this point. Which it is, but okay, so if it's just the camera moving at this point, now I should be able to bring in that motorcycle and so what is it? Go play outside. Compiling Eevee shaders. We got 12 people in here. What's up, y'all? Why it's black here? I have no idea. I think this is what you were talking about. Blackout. Yeah, I have no idea. Makes no sense to me. Yeah, makes no sense to me. Cause I can't see. I don't even know. Let's change this to append. I know if I went to cycles, it would probably be a lot different. So X, delete him. You can delete him to 0. Let's bring that. GY 0. GY GZ GX GY and RZ. We got it backwards. RZ GX GY GX. He said, poor guy. I'm still laughing at that, man. He was like, poor guy. Poor dude. Oh, my God. That was crazy. Funny stuff, man. Funny stuff. GY. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy. Gotta delete the guy. Gotta delete the guy. And we'll grab it from here. This needs to be further out. Maybe just intersecting, right? It should be just intersecting with these points. But where are the points at? Yeah, the points are about right here. Let me go to cycles. Maybe I'll have light in the world. Right? Goodness. Yeah, my points are right here. So GX. Let's turn on some denoising. Optics. Just want to line it up correctly to where I don't know why when I go outside of that it does not. Yeah, okay. All right. G. Boom. Delete the helmet. Don't need the helmet. We're not driving safe. GZ. Size it up. GZ. GX. Handlebars right there. All right, so this is what I'm... Nickies, if you know anything about this, man. So, if we look at this camera and this plane, they're both intersecting, right? Where's the camera? My camera is very small right now. I need to do that view thing that you were talking about. Let's see. Where's this at? Camera. Go to view. Was it view size? Something. Clip start in size. That's the sensor size. Viewport display size. There we go. There we go. All right, so we can clearly see that my camera is moving, right? However, I don't know if it moves in closer at the end. Does it come in? Does it move along the y-axis, or does it just stay there on the x? Just got to get a good look at it real quick. Because if it doesn't travel along the y-axis, then that means that I would think that would mean that like my points are off. What do you call that? Because this is where it was in space. This is where the green screen was in space. Yeah, see, yeah, it's moving. So we got the footage. The footage is moving inward. It's moving inward like this, but I cannot. The camera is supposed to move toward the footage, not the footage coming toward the camera. I don't know if I can explain that the correct way. I don't know like what that is. Like, why does the footage, if I go to timeline, why does the footage come backward like that, but the camera isn't necessarily coming forward? You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like something's supposed to be parented to something and it's not. Something is supposed to be parented to something and it's not. Let me clear this up, man. I don't know why it wants to act like that with me. So like, let's go back to Eevee. If we get about about frame 491, we see that this footage, like, where do I need to be? Do I need to be smaller? Because I see the shadow on the bike. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I'm kind of confused with this. Something is parented where it shouldn't be. Something is parented where it shouldn't be. We got the bike moving, and you can kind of tell that the camera, I think that the camera does come forward on the y-axis. I think it does. It at least it, yeah, see, it looks like it does. Yeah, it did. It definitely did. Are there other constraints on this camera that I don't know about? You know what? And that's where I'm gonna ask AI. I'm gonna ask it. We'll go to Copilot, and I'll ask Copilot. Nice to see you, Leon. No, it's not. It's not good when I have to ask you questions. Why does my camera move on the y-axis in Blender after tracking, but the image plane, no, it does, the image plane moves even more? What am I missing in regards to constraints or parenting? Let's see what it says. It's one of those Blender motion tracking gotchas. Your camera solve is correct, but your image plane isn't actually following the camera. Object parent, object keep transform. Select the image plane. object, parent, object, keep transform, choose your camera. What? Object, parent, object, keep choose your camera. If you skip keep transform, the plane will snap or offset incorrectly. You're mixing set as background versus image plane. No, I'm not. Camera background images. See, this is why, yeah, this creates a real mesh in 3D space. Of course, duh. Your camera scale, your camera soft scale is off. If your soft scale is extremely small or large, even tiny camera movements look exaggerated on the objects in the scene. Quick fix: in the movie clip editor soft panel, use set scale. Use with 2 trackers. Okay, but here's the issue. I did my tracking in Fusion, and I don't know the scale differences. I did my tracking in Fusion and I don't know the scale differences. So Fusion's camera soft never come in at Blender scale unless you explicitly set it. And Fusion's unit world is not the same as Blender's meter-based world. Oh, so when you import an FBX or Alembic into Blender, the camera's motion looks correct relative to itself, but any image plane or geometry you add in Blender drifts or exaggerates movements because the scene scale is mismatched. All right, cool. All right, so if Fusion thinks you're okay, I got that. It's called parallax drift. That's what it is. Parallax drift. The core issue: Fusion's exported camera has no real world scale. Oh, set the scale after importing to Blender. You don't fix the scale in Fusion, you can fix it in Blender. Import the Fusion camera into Blender. Add a reference object. Oh, and scale the entire imported camera rig until it matches reality. Parent your image plane to the camera. Okay, that's what I mean when I say AI is a tool. Yeah, I don't want it to do it for me. I want to do it. I just want to know what's wrong. Like, you know, so here we go. So here's the image. Here's the problem. They said I should add in, we're going to delete all this. Delete all that. We'll keep the camera. Keep the camera. We're going to add in, I have a human here for real world scales. He's in my asset browser. And what is the guy's name? I forgot his name. Let me see. Was it? Let's see where he's at. Where is he at? Where he at? Stop hiding. What's his name? Oh, we got a female. We can use the female. That's fine. Wow. Look how much larger. Wow. That was the issue. It's a scale issue. Eevee is compiling shaders. You better not crash, Eevee. I was about to say. Okay. It's a scale issue. So now if I bring camera 3D 1 and shape 3D and I use the delta transform and nope, delta transform ain't gonna work. So can I just scale? Is that gonna work? Can I just scale? Yeah, no, because it's gonna go right back on the animation. It's gonna go right back on the animation. Delta transform ain't working. Z does work. X don't work, but it works, but it's not working. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, it does work. Or does it? This is confusing. Okay, we all upside down. So what if I set it inside of... What if I set it inside of Fusion? How would I match the scale? Or secondarily, how do I set a tracked camera with keyframes? Ooh, snap. With keyframes inside Blender. All right, let's read the first response first. So, method 2, use Fusion set ground plane. I did that though. I did that. Inside Fusion, add a shape 3D cube. Set it to a real world measurement, IG 1 meter. Place it in the track scene, export camera plus the cube. If you want, I can tell you exactly what to scale in Fusion. How to convert a track camera into... No, that's not what I asked. I didn't... Yeah, no. Go to object animation, bake... oh, you can bake the animation and then... Okay, let's try that. Let's try baking it. Let's try that. Why not? Why not try that? Why not try that? This was the camera. The camera plus... Okay, yeah, just bake the animation. So we'll go to... Where is it at? Bake... To bake the animations, we should be... Physics, object, motion paths, animation, Fusion default take. Where is the baking at? Let's see. Bake to active camera. Bow. What menu is that in? Okay, that's in scene. Is that in ComfyUI? No, objects. There we go. Objects, motion paths, passing range, frames 1 through 551. Calculate. And update all paths. Does that bake it? Recalculate motion paths for selected objects. Okay, that doesn't bake it. Okay, so how do we bake it? Anybody know how we bake it? Or do I gotta go back and look at... Do I gotta go back and ask? Again. Oh, wait, wouldn't it be in timeline? If we're baking the camera animation, wouldn't it be in timeline? Right click. Yeah. Wouldn't it be... All right, let's ask. Where do I bake the cam animation? Path, top menu, object animation, bake action. Top menu bar, object animation, top menu bar, object, animation, bake action. So do I want to click this? Only selected bones? Do I want to clear constraints and stuff? Like, I don't know. Oh, look, I'm just going to try it as is first. Let's bake it. Let's bake it. Did it bake? Was that quick? Did it do it? Did it bake? How we know it baked? How do we know it baked? Animation, bake action. Oh, wait. How do we know that it baked? That's my question. Like, how do we know that it actually baked? How do we know that it actually baked? Oh, because it's actually moving for real in 3D space this time, and it's not just like stuck to the origin. If I go back here, look, it's actually moving on that y-axis. Oh, no, it's not. It just looks like it is. What the heck? Bake the animation. All keyframes, object, animation, bake action. Okay. Did you bake? Like, I don't know if it's baked or not. How am I supposed to know when it's baked? Full step so nothing get missed. Select your camera. Go to the top menu. Only select. Oh, I'm supposed to select on, off, object. Okay, let's do it again. On. See, object. Let's keep this up on the sidebar at least. Use these settings. On, visual keying on, clear constraints on, clear parents off, bake data object. Let me put that right here. So only select it on, visual keying on, visual keying on, clear parents off, frame range, match your clip, then hit bake. Okay, so what you get after baking, every frame gets real keyframe, the camera solver constraint disappears, the camera becomes fully editable. Oh, that's how I would know if I can edit the camera. Let's see if I can GZ and it doesn't pop back down when I hit play. Yeah, it's not baked. It just popped right back down. It just popped right back down. Object, animation, bake action, clear parents. It said off, but I'm clicking. No, I'm not gonna click it. I'm not gonna click it. Clear constraints on. Frame range to match your clip. Then click bake. Oh, that's not okay. I mean, that's not baked. That's okay. Is there a specific bake button that I'm supposed to be clicking here? Like, the only other bake button that I know about is inside of ComfyUI, and that's not for this. Like, that's like something completely different. So let me see. Top menu, not in the timeline. Object animation, bake action, and that's the bake button. It said clear constraints on. Oh, I did that before. I did that, but it's not working. I don't know. Object. Animation. Bake action. Only selected. Take off only selected. Yeah. Bake it all. Bake it. Should I have done that in the edit menu or if my camera can move now? Nope, pop right back down. It's not editable. That's insane to me. That is insane. That's insane to me. That's insane to me, chat. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Object. Clear. Origin, maybe? And I can GZ it. And, nope, still pops down. It don't give a crap what I do. It's yeah, it's not playing with me. It's yeah, it's just I don't know. I didn't get this one right. Object, animation, bake action, only selected bones. I'm gonna clear parents. I'm gonna overwrite current action, and I'm gonna clean the curves. I'm gonna click all of it. Yeah, so like I did that. I did it, and it's not baking. Okay, all right. So now I feel like it's time to now infuse like the next step of like AI being a tool, and now I'm gonna have it to like look at my screen and tell me like, yo, what am I doing wrong? So look at my screen. How do I get it to look at my screen? I forgot.
Hey there, Leon.
What up, dog? No, I'm just playing. I don't talk to AI like that. But
You good to go? The page says successfully logged in, so you can hop back into Blender now.
nah, wrong page. So let me see. Which page do I want you to look at? I want you to look at a different page. I want you to look at.
Absolutely. Just let me know which page you'd like me to take a look at.
Ooh, did I close it? I closed it. Copilot. And I want you to look at the Blender screen.
Hello, Leon.
Whole different voice. Wow, you switch up quick. Okay, so I'm trying to bake this camera animation. And when I'm in Blender, I go over to Object, and then I'll go to Object, Animation, and then Bake Action. I click OK, and it gives me this, but I don't think it's baking. So what am I doing wrong?
You're almost there. So right after you click on that bake action button, just making sure the animation range is correct and that the camera is actually selected. That could be the little hiccup there. So let's see if that fixes it.
All right. Camera selected. Object. Animation, and then bake action. And now, yeah, my camera selected. Click OK. And yeah, what now?
Nice job. So now that you've got that all set up and you hit the bake action, let's just confirm that everything looks good in your timeline and that the keyframes are there. If you see the 80 frames, it means the bake worked and you should be good to go. How's it looking on your side?
You said if I what any frames?
Let's take a closer look. I can see that your timeline is showing the frames, but it doesn't look like there are any keyframes there yet, so the bake might not have fully applied. Let's go ahead and make sure that we have visual keying and overwrite checked, and then do that bake action one more time, and we should see those keyframes pop up in your timeline. Let me know how that goes.
All right, let's try that. Let's try that. Because I'm getting tired. And yeah. Bake action. Yeah, we got all that checked. We got visual keying, clear constraints, clear parents, overwrite current action, clean curves. We got all of that selected. All of that.
Awesome. Sounds like you've got everything lined up checkbox wise, which is great. So now just go ahead and hit that OK button. And that should actually bake those keyframes in for you. Once you've done that, just take a peek down in your timeline and you should be able to see those new keyframes appear. Let me know if they show up for you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. It's over with. It's over with. Yep. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Your boy couldn't get the. Because as soon as I move it, it's going back. It's going back as soon as I move it. Is it because it's in a collection? Let me move it out of that collection. Let me see. Nope. Still doing what it's doing. GZ. Constraints. Clear object constraints. Alt P. Clear parent. Yeah. Yep, it's over with. I don't know, y'all. This one might have been somewhat of a failed mission. Yeah, because I don't know how to do this stuff like with the baking and everything like that. Like that's not really my forte. But I wonder if, here, let me see this. Can I copy these? Let me copy these. Delete this. Shift A. Camera. GZ. Timeline. Paste. Nope, can't do that. They said, no, partner, you can't do that. You can't apply that to a new camera. It was worth a try. It was worth a try, for sure. Dang. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Well, we're going to have to come back another time. We're going to have to try again because I didn't get it today. I didn't get it in Fusion. Actually, I did get the camera track in Fusion. So I wonder, I did get the camera track in Fusion. I really did. I tracked it wonderfully in Fusion. But the problem is, I would have to import as a FBX into, well, that's not really a problem. Let me see. That's not really a problem. Let me go from here to there. See, the track in Fusion was fine. Like it came through fine. I got the floor plane set. All of that is fine, right? So I'm going to try this. Before I give up on it, I'm going to close this. I'm going to File, Asset Browser, go play outside. Before I quit, or before I get off for the night, because I'm not quitting. This shot has to get done. It literally has to get done. So, yeah. Let's go to... Let's make these just a tad bit bigger. Just a tad. Same here. And then I'm going to go to File... Oh, snap. God dang. What did it just do? Tripping. Bruh, what just happened? Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. Delete the bones. Delete the person. S should be somewhat proportionate to each other. Cool. I want to pack the textures, so I would need to go to shader editor. Is it? Oh, they're already packed. They're already packed. Okay. So file, export, FBX. And we'll put this in the same place where this is. This is like the last ditch effort before I get off for the night, for real. Like, I'm like, my brain is fried. Fried. Absolutely fried. Is it copy? Yeah, copy. Selected objects. Apply custom scaling, because the scale is going to be different. I don't. Geometry, armature, animation. Let's just try to export it like that. I might have been missing something, I don't know, but we're gonna try, right? Blender's working on that FBX export, and I'm just gonna try to put it in Fusion. I'm way more proficient with Fusion than I am with any other program. Like, Fusion is like I spent years trying to learn Fusion. So it's still exporting. How do I know? Because Blender is not moving. And if Blender free, yeah, but Blender, don't play with me. Don't you play with me, Blender. It's been a heck of a day now. Don't you play with me. Come on now, Blender. I know you ain't just freeze up on me like that. I know you ain't just do that. I know you ain't just do that, Blender. I know you did not just do that. Don't do that. GPUs is working. I hear the GPUs working. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Who we got in the chat? If y'all still in the chat, drop some ones for the boy. Drop some ones. Drop some ones. Let me know you still in the chat. What we got going on? Let me know if you're still in the chat. Yeah, Blender is done. Okay, okay. Wow. Wow, you hanging out. You hanging out. You hanging out. Yeah, you added a whole bunch more ones. You hanging out. Dang. Appreciate you. All right, let's see. Let's close. I don't want to close it if it's still exporting. That's the thing. Like, I hear the GPUs. I think they're exporting. I'm trying to make sure that it exports before I click close. I don't want to close it and, you know what I'm saying, it didn't export. And I want it to freeze. JT, what's the good word? I don't want it to close and it freeze. You know what I'm saying? Way more proficient over here though, so I mean it is what it is. Ooh, I did not mean to open that. Way more proficient. I'm gonna close that down. I feel like it's still exporting though. I ain't gonna, oh yeah, nah, it's not, yeah, it's over with. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Golly. Well, recover last session. No. File, recover, autosave. 2211 autosave. And we'll try it one more time. Delete. Yeah, we're gonna delete all of this. Delete all this. Delete it all. Delete. Alright, cool. And we'll just bring it in here. Goodness, man. My brain is fried, y'all. My brain is on fire. Brain on fire. Alright. Export. FBX. We want to copy and pack the data. D motorcycle scene here, and selected objects, visible objects, active collection, geometry. All right, export. Now show me some love. Just export. Just that's all you gotta do is just export. I'm about to get off anyway. All you gotta do. All right, so if we go here, file, import, or is it Shift A, Shift Space, FBX, Mesh 3D, and then see, the end result is a lot more gratifying than this right here. This right here is just more so, you know, this is the hard part. This is the part that, you know, it could be deemed boring, right, to some, but for me, you know what I'm saying, I'd rather be doing something like this than to, you know, it's a lot of other things I could be getting into. Let me see. Where do we put it? We put it on the D drive, right? All right, it's on the D drive, which is this PC, D drive. My brain is fried. Motorcycle scene. Is this the one? 10:19 p.m. Yes, it did export. All right, so we got motorcycle. Let me see what we got. If I leave the camera and go back to perspective, somewhere in here. Okay, it says, what is this? What is this? What's the reason? What's the reason? Browse. Motorcycle scene. Merge 3D. Yep, it's over with. It's over with, y'all. I'm going to sleep. It's over with. Well, I learned some things. I failed at some things. I ain't failed at jack. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't take no L's. I got some lessons. I ain't failed at nothing though. We got 29 people in it. Man, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? You know, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. That is definitely like the highest amount of people that have ever come to see me do any type of 3D. And I do feel bad that I did not complete the mission. However, I tried, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow, and we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. It says no data. Yeah, we're gonna do it again. So tomorrow I'll be on here because this scene has to get rendered one way or another. I have to put this together, and I'll just show y'all something really quickly. Just real quickly. It's funny because when I put this scene together, we was all in the garage and everything, right? And I said, yo, we got to make a motorcycle, right? And so here's how we made a motorcycle, right? We kind of, right? This is an office chair. This part right here is an office chair with some rebar going through it, which is the back of the office chair. This right here is a dip bar in the middle, which is like the seat of the motorcycle, right? And then the back of it is a weight bench. So basically, all in all, the whole point is to put myself on this bike, man. I'm putting myself on this motorcycle, right? And that motorcycle will be this. It will be. It will be. And we're gonna turn this into a cinematic music video when I'm all done. So I didn't get it today, but we're going to get it. We're going to get it. Either way it goes, we're going to get it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. And, yeah, we're going to try this again tomorrow, man. I took a lot of lessons today out of, you know, all this camera tracking and all this stuff we tried. Major shout out to Nikki's 25, #1 in the chat all day. Miss Gaddy 7211, #2 in the chat all day. I appreciate all of the help that Nikki's 25 gave me today too. That was very, very imperative. JT NI3YQ #3 in the chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, locked in. We locked in. We locked in. We locked in. So listen, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. It's Leon. I will see y'all tomorrow. And yeah, I'm out of here. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.